Yo, check it out. Get on point with Humble Shooter. Today we're at Dawg Academy with Coach Mike. How you doing today, Coach Mike?
Doing good, doing good.
All right, man. Coach Mike, man, for those who've never heard of it, how would you describe Krav Maga in your own words?
Well, let me ask you this question. You've been with me for a little over a year now.
Okay.
When you started out, you knew nothing about this. You're just starting a program. How would you describe it as a customer?
As a customer, man, I feel like it's a fighting system where you get down and dirty, quick strikes to eliminate your opponent. While taking this class, man, I feel like that I was severely, severely unconditioned. I was out of shape, and when you're fighting, you need to be in shape, and that really taught me a lesson right there, how unshape I was and how undisciplined I was.
I'm kind of just asking you some questions. What was you expecting when you first came in? What was your thoughts when you first came? What was you wanting to accomplish out of this?
When I wanted to learn techniques of how to protect myself, self-defense in case, if I had to protect my family. And
right. And that's exactly what Krav Maga is. It's not a martial art. Everybody wants to say, oh, it's a martial arts. And it is not. It's a self-defense fighting system, okay? And it's based on each person, and everything is different for the size of the person, for how physically fit they are. So it's accommodating for the girl that's 5 foot tall and 100 pounds up to the guy that's 6'5" and 300 pounds. So it's all based upon individuality, fighting styles. It's something I definitely say, come and check it out.
With so many fighting styles out there, what made Krav Maga stand out to you?
The adaptability. Like I say, it's not a one-size-fits-all system right there, It's not boxing, it's not Muay Thai, it's not wrestling, it's not jiu-jitsu or judo. It's basically everything combined to an extent.
Okay. What inspired you to take the leap from student to founder and open your own school?
Man, funny story there. I was with a place that I have a lot of respect for the old instructors there. A couple of them I'm still really good friends with, and they own their own Krav Maga places right now. But when I was there, I just didn't feel like I was getting what I needed out of the system right there. I felt like a lot of the moves really couldn't be done in real life. So I just did some soul searching, did some hunting around on the internet, found a Krav Maga system that I really, really liked. I hit that person up, they became a mentor to me, and I decided to do it for myself.
When you were starting your school, what was the toughest obstacles you had to go through?
As with any business, finding a location, getting an LLC set up, getting a website set up, getting merchandise set up, advertising for students. Just all your basic stuff starting a business. That's the hardest obstacles right there.
Okay. Did you face any doubters or any negative people in your life when chasing your dream?
I've always had a very good support system with that. Anybody in my life's always been supportive of what I'm doing, or they're not in my life.
Okay. So what advice would you give to someone who's trying to have a negative impact on your dreams? What should you do? What advice would you give to somebody else?
I wouldn't listen to them. Why are they being negative towards your dreams? Why aren't they following their dreams? Do what you want to do in life. Live your dream out. Enjoy yourself,
Okay. So how did the name Top Dawg come to life?
Man, that's funny. I did a little. There's all kinds of different names out there, and you want to try to have this really cool, fancy name or something. But I wanted a name that really fit the person that I am and what I want my students to become, and that'd be a top dog, which simply means they're winners in life. They succeed in life. They achieve the top dog status right there. That's what we try to do in our classes. Is we teach them a lot of people come in there, they're not real confident about themselves, they're not confident in their abilities, and we bring them up from somebody that can barely throw a punch to a full-blown person that can protect themselves. So that's kind of where that name comes from.
Okay. Beyond Krav Maga, do you offer any other services?
I'm glad you asked that. So we offer Kali Eskrima, which is stick fighting and Filipino knife fighting. We also offer Muay Thai, and we also have weight benches in the back. You can lift weights and things like that too.
Okay. In your experience, what are some of the biggest mistakes that people make in a real life street fight?
Man, the first mistake is not paying attention to your surroundings, not being aware of your surroundings, what's going on around you. A lot of people get jumped simply because they're not paying attention when they're out there walking. They might have the earbuds in on the phone doing this right there, and they get jumped from behind because they're not paying attention. Number two would be if someone confronts you, not acting immediately, waiting and thinking, oh, this ain't gonna happen, and it does, you should have already reacted.
In your experience, or can you describe an experience where you had to use your Krav Maga training in real life?
Man, in DFW, I think you use it every day out there. You hear of so many people getting stabbed, shot, just crazy stuff happens around us in the Metroplex all day long. And you literally use Krav Maga every day by the very first thing is paying attention to your surroundings. If I'm doing that, I'm pretty safe out there, you know? So yeah, I use it every day.
Okay. So what are your future goals for Top Dawg? What's next?
Wow, what's next? You know, just to keep on teaching you guys. Of course I want to expand, I want to grow more members, get more people in here, but I want people to walk out of here feeling safe, like they can protect themselves, not have to worry about walking in fear out there, you know? So I would say just expanding upon more people. I want to keep the same systems I have right now because I really like these systems, and just bringing more guys in here to train, more men and women.
Hey, Coach Mike, what is your definition of a humble shooter?
A humble shooter. That's a good question right there. That would also work within Top Dawg right there, okay? Let's say someone comes at me with a gun and I disarm that gun from them. Am I automatically going to shoot them just because I have that gun in my hand? No, I'm going to think twice about that before I take someone's life. I'm going to be humble before I pull that trigger on someone.
And Coach Mike, that answer was on point, man. And man, this was a great interview, man. I'm glad we was able to do it. And as always, get on point with humble shooting. Bow.